Welcome to Moto USA's 2010 250F motocross comparison. We've assembled the 4 baddest 250F motocross bikes, and we brought them here to Piru Motocross Park to see which one's the best for you.
Even though it employs the fewest number of changes for 2010, KTM brings an updated gun to this year's fight with its 250 SXF. Underneath its sculpted orange plastics is a new triple clamp, front brake pads, and updated piston rings.
The gearing on it and the transmission's very close, so it's like you're shifting gears a lot on it, just like the Honda, but the thing goes, man. I also like the ergonomics of it, like just the way the handlebars and the seat and the foot pegs are. It was a real comfortable motorcycle for me, and when I was like in the attack position, like everything just kind of felt right, and it just felt really good.
It kind of wanted to stand up a little bit in the ruts. It didn't feel too planted in the corners. I think we could have maybe softened up the suspension a little bit to help that. But great motor. You know, the brakes on it were really strong. Maybe a little too grabby, a little too on-off for me.
The one thing about that stood out was the brakes. They're just so harsh compared to all the other bikes. It's just hard to get used to. You could use the front brake with one finger. I don't know if that's bad. It probably isn't, but it takes some adjustment.
I mean, for not having a linkage, the thing's a pretty good bike. The suspension was actually pretty damn good. We were over there in the whoops, and it was actually working really good. Except for the fact that it doesn't have too much bottom end. You always got to just ride the piss out of the thing and keep the revs up, or else you're not going to be going anywhere because there's nothing on bottom. It's all on top. But it's got a really smooth power band once you get up there, and you know. But you just got to ride the thing and from the mid to top end range.
For 2010, Yamaha's YZ250F sports an entirely new frame wrapped in sleek new blue or white plastics. Suspension tweaks include a repositioned shock absorber. The powertrain was also enhanced, with attention being given to the transmission, clutch, and engine intake and exhaust.
It was a lot of fun to ride. I liked it a lot. Again, it was a little bit harder to get used to. You had to ride it like you owned it, you know, just pin it. And it felt real stable in the straightaways, real stable across braking bumps, and it worked out pretty good.
This bike's probably one of the hardest bikes for me to figure out. Suspension-wise, I really like it. I probably think it's got the best suspension package. It stays really balanced, and it absorbs the chop really, really well. Like the track was really rough today, and it probably did the best job of just dampening all the smashing bumps and all the huge ruts, and just keeping you a little bit more comfortable.
It's actually a pretty good bike. I mean, handling on it is awesome. Feels really light in the air. You can throw it around really easily, which is cool. The only thing I think with that bike for me is the motor is a little flat.
It's just not that fast, and you know, it's not fast at all actually, and that's a big problem. You know, especially with all these uphills here at Piru, it just wasn't cutting it compared to all the other bikes.
Although it looks the same, the 2010 Kawasaki KX250F makes use of key yet subtle improvements designed to boost performance and durability. Most notable is the engine's new piston, reworked transmission, and massaged flex-tuned chassis.
It feels like a slow 450. That's what it feels like. It's that fast. That plus its handling, it's the most neutral bike out here today. You know, you can get on it and you feel comfortable immediately.
Even though it's not fuel injected, The jetting is like spot on perfect. Like you couldn't even tell that it's not fuel injected. It does not bog, it runs really crisp. It almost feels like you have like race gas on it, and it runs so crisp.
The bike feels really balanced in the air, landing and off takeoffs. I mean, all over the track, it doesn't feel like it kicks or anything like that. So the suspension's really plush on it and yet progressive too as you get down into the stroke.
I mean, a corner's unbelievable. Like, you don't need different offset triple clamps or anything. You just pretty much get on it and ride it. You know, throw a pipe on there and you could take it out of the crate, you know, to the starting line and be just fine.
The harder you ride that bike, the better it performs. Amazing motor, awesome brakes, amazing handling. Everything about it was confidence inspiring. It was great. I got to ride it a long time, and the more I rode it, the more I loved it, the more I didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to ride any other bikes.
Despite Honda's CRF 250R thoroughly trouncing the competition last year, engineers gave the reigning 250F shootout champ a full revamp. From its engine to its chassis and bodywork, the 2010 bike features all new everything.
It's the only fuel-injected bike out here today. The bike is ridiculously fast. The power band cools for days, and I don't think I ever hit the rev limiter on that thing.
That bike can turn on a dime. It's amazing how it turns. And I really like the gearing ratio. From the space between second and third to fourth was perfect out here at Pirate.
Man, this bike, this thing is the closest to a 125 two-stroke motorcycle that you can get. It's like a hybrid two-stroke, four-stroke. It's crazy. The bike is just so narrow and so small. I thought at first that it's so small that it might like be hard to actually ride because I'm 6 foot tall. I'm kind of a bigger dude. But man, I was surprised. Like I could actually grip it pretty good with my knees, and it's just so nimble, man.
The Honda is the easiest to maneuver in the air. It felt real light, a little thin between your legs. I can whip it and scrub easy.
Another one of my favorite things about the bike is the front brakes. It's got great braking power. It doesn't feel spongy at all, and it's not too grabby where it's like an on-off switch. It's really controllable on the lever. Like you can come into a corner and practically do a nose wheelie and control the front end with it really good, which is awesome.
So which one of these dirt bikes do you need in your garage? You'll just have to read the story to find out.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.